Awesome. Thank you guys for getting on to our team Zoom tonight. Before we get started, we have a special guest on. We have Mama Fran Who decided to do a surprise visit. If you don't know, Mama Fran is a 10-star diamond coach. She's my coach's coach. So like y'all's great grandparent. And she's been elite multiple times, is a multiple six-figure earner and rock star. Mama Fran, can you just give us like 2-second word of wisdom from what you've learned from being in the business?
Well, all I can say is be here a year or 2 or 5 from now. It'll be worth it. It'll be worth it. And you guys, I'm telling you, I jumped on here because I saw 3 of my most favorite people in the whole wide world are leading this Zoom, and I can learn from them. So if I've been doing this for 7.5 years and I can still learn stuff, so can you. So that's all I'm going to say. I don't want to take any time from you.
Awesome. Well, it's an honor to have you on, Fran. It's so exciting. I'm going to share my... Yes, that is yes.
Guys, if you're not talking,
hold on 1 second. Mute yourself if you're not already muted. I'm going to try and mute everybody. Okay, I think I got myself. All right, cool. Okay. I think, is there still an article? I need to find the culprit. Please mute yourself if you're not. Okay. All right, so tonight we're talking about sharing the coaching opportunity on social media. We'll have some examples for you, but we wanted to get started with recognition first. And so we have a new Emerald coach on the team, Lisa Cipriani. And then our top team builders, Amanda Fuller, Gastry, Lisa Cipriani, Samantha Harding, and Tatiana Street. Way to go, y'all. And then top volume producers, Pat McMaster, Marina Kunajaris, Patrick Patet, Tonight Alexander, great job, guys. And Rachel Smith and Lisa Cipriani of the Success Club already. And Kat McMaster of the Astry, Rebecca Harlan, Kim Miller, Kate Myers, and Marina Kunajaris of the Success Club 5. And ending over, so it's the end of the month. It's time to post. We have a ton of people who are almost there. It's go time. And
all right, so Heart Rate Heroes recognition this week. Kara Gates is Emerald, and I think Success Club 12. No, yeah, 12. I have to update that. Her first full month as a coach, so kicking butt. Actually, she signed up at the beginning of this month, so crazy. Jacqueline Good is an Emerald as well as Ashley Holbrook. Congrats to my new Emeralds, and we have more on my awesome Team Discover Fit team, which is Ellie Blooms, which is not the next slide, but the slide after. So I misspoke. So next is the team builders on my team last week. Heather Kay signed a coach. Allie Bloom signed 2. Chiang signed a coach. Haley Jane signed a coach. Andrea Weiss signed a coach. Jacob Moat signed a new coach who is here. Casey, so happy to have you. Brand new, hopping on the call. That's a really good sign. And then Amy Lubarski signed 2 coaches. So you guys are rocking. Top producers from last week, Katie Barrett, myself, Kara Gates, Heather Krause, Kelly Feldhaus, Chiang, Haley, Hannah, and Adam. And we have a bunch of people already at Success Club and a ton super, super, super close. Like Rachel said, you can get it. You can go from 0 to 6 in one day. It's totally doable. So keep pushing till midnight on Wednesday. I know last month we had a couple people hit it at like 10 p.m. So don't give up. And we'll keep posting in our Mission Success Club group to help you guys get there. So yay. Allie's turn.
So we had a bunch of people hit Emerald, and Adam Soniak, that says 1 star, but he hit Diamond. I don't know why.
Sorry.
It's amazing. Very proud of him. And Madeline was Emerald, Brittany Emerald, Dan Emerald, and Elizabeth Emerald. Lots of rank advancements this week. And I'm pretty sure that everybody who Megan has on her top producers is on mine, because I'm under Megan. But yeah, we have a few people who've hit Success Club 10, a bunch of people who've hit Success Club 5. Very exciting.
Well, all right, well, let's just jump into the content. So the biggest thing with recruiting on social media and presenting the business opportunity is it's got to be about relationships first. And so none of these examples are going to work unless you're posting consistently and building relationships with people in the first place. And so little example is, my niche is moms. And so tonight I posted that TJ is going to be sleeping in a big boy bed for the first time tonight, like pray for me. And so that's just like a little way so they know that I'm human and they can interact with me and relate to me, so that when I do post some of these examples, they know exactly who I am, what I'm about, and they're like, all right, what is this chick really talking about? And so we're talking about breadcrumbing. And so I'm going to share some of my examples of breadcrumbing and then actually posting about like an internship or growth opportunity. And then Megan is going to share her example, and Allie's going to share her example. So this is just an example of breadcrumbing. And so this is me sharing about how I got the free trip to leadership and how I'm really excited about it. And then I use the hashtag life of a coach. You can do this too. And so just little ways of how coaching has changed my life. So here's another one. Spa day with my mom. I'm so blessed to have the flexibility with my job as a Beachbody coach that I can do this on a Monday. And then I asked a question, trying to get some engagement interaction. Another one is just, most of my breadcrumbing posts are, talking about blessings in my life that Beachbody's done. And so this one, I'm just kind of sharing that thanks God for the flexibility that I can hang out with my parents and I don't have to go to a job. So when they're in town, I can actually just relax and hang out with them. Another breadcrumbing example. This one's kind of different, but I was really sick for like a week. But I said, I'm grateful for the little job that I have with Beachbody, so I don't have to request time to work. So that's just another little thing. And then this is more of, so those are breadcrumbing. This is more sharing about the opportunity and asking for people to join me. And so also with the breadcrumbing examples, I know I've been doing this for a while, so mine are kind of like bigger examples, but start small. If you're a newer coach, your breadcrumbing example could be, I was able to pay for my Shakeology. I got my Shakeology for free. I know Megan shared that one of her first ones was, I was able to fill my car up with gas. I earned $50 from Beachbody I could pay for my gas. And that's huge. And that's honestly, it's almost easier when you're a newer coach to share those, because some of the ones I'm going to share with you, I almost don't relate to my niche anymore. So it's a little hard for me now. I'm not even it's totally serious. So this is another example that I did, how I was able to pay an extra $2,000 on our principal for our mortgage one month. And so I'm just sharing my story. And again, I'm sharing how we were really struggling financially, and then how Beachbody has kind of been able to change our lives, both emotionally, physically, financially, and how I really want to pay it forward and help other people. And so I'm saying that I'm going to accept applications to have people be coached by me. And so the biggest thing is when you're posting about internship, we'll share all of these scripts and everything so you can kind of look at it and make it your own, put your own words on it. But the biggest thing that I find that works is you got to make it exclusive. So I never say I'm going to take everybody. You want to make sure I say I'm looking for 5 people. And so that's why people are like, oh crap, I hope I can be one of those 5. So it's almost like they're applying for a job, because I don't want just anyone on my team. I want to be selective of the people that I'm working with. So that's okay. So here is another example of just income, excuse me, just income progression with Beachbody. And so again, anytime I'm sharing this kind of stuff, I'm always telling my story so people don't think like, oh, this is just how life has always been. I share how where I was before I found Beachbody, where I was before I went all in with my business. And so your story is going to be the thing that people will relate to you. And so you got to make sure you're always putting your story out there. I know Trevor Kucherin is a really good example of this. Ever since he did his Super Saturday video, I've started following him, and he is sharing his story all the time. And his was like he was struggling with alcoholism, and I think it was like almost homeless. And then I really completely changed his life. Amy Silverman's a really good example of her sharing her story. You got to put yourself out there when you're sharing this kind of stuff. And I know it's scary. The first time I posted that we were on foods, my God, I almost had a heart attack because my parents didn't even know that. But I was sharing how Beachbody was helping us get out of that situation. And so you got to be vulnerable and really put yourself out there. That's the only way that people are going to be able to relate to you. And then this is just another example of a help wanted post. This is pretty standard. This one, if I post it on my like page, I can actually boost this one. So if you're doing just for ad sake, you can't boost something if it has more than 20% of text on the picture, so that has less than 20%. And you can't see at the bottom, since that is a screenshot picture, but at the bottom of it, I have the statement of independent earnings. And so anytime that you're sharing income or you've gotten from Beachbody for free or like trips or anything like that, you always have to post that statement of independent earnings, coach earnings, just to protect us Beachbody coaches as a whole. We don't want people to think this is some like get rich quick thing. It's we have that in our team page, or if you Google statement of independent earnings Beachbody, you will find that exact statement. But you have to make sure that you put that with every single post. We want to make sure we're not getting in trouble. All right, Miss Allie.
Hi guys. So these are a few examples of me breadcrumbing, and this is something I'm still learning. Obviously, I'm not as seasoned as Rachel, but one really good person to follow who I tell all of my downline coaches about is Bonnie Engel. I don't Bonnieengle. She's number 5 in the company as well, and she is really good at this, I think. And that's who I sort of am trying to, I don't know what the word is, but follow. But anyways, here's my first one. This is just basically saying I got flowers and I did dry cleaning. And this is the first time I've done that since I moved to New York City as a starving artist. And it's fun to be a starving artist for a little while, but it's not after a little while. And my niche is really actors. My whole team is basically New York City or LA based actors. So I've just recently accepted that I have to have a niche and I have to know who I'm marketing to. Otherwise it's not going to work well for me. And as soon as I accepted that, it was like everything changed. And the people I got to come and like my posts and to talk to me, 2 of them are on here right now, my brand new coaches. They're the people I want to work with. They're the people who I relate to and who I understand. And so that's a lot of what this is trying to accomplish as well. Maybe the next one. So a lot of my posts lately have been about me being able to move into a luxury apartment building in New York City with my Beachbody income, because that was a huge dream of mine that I was able to accomplish. And I know that a lot of people have really, really gross apartments here, and so many people, especially actors, can relate to that. So this is me on top of my roof with a glass of rosé, just
I'm almost
saying,
done entering it right now. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Just saying that I've had a busy day and that I had one-on-one meetings and it was wonderful. And of course, I'll grab a glass of rosé on the roof. And I followed up with each one of these people because I said something about Beachbody, but something else I tell my coaches is like, you don't want it to be all Beachbody. You want it to be like your story, and at the end, drop in a little nugget. You just want it to have some sort, it relates back to it in some way, but you're not shoving it in their faces. You're sort of you're breadcrumbing. That's what this whole thing is about. Okay, this next post was a big one because it was me and my boyfriend in the hot tub at our apartment building, just saying how hard work and commitment to something you never thought possible can get you so far. And so many people relate to that. So that's why I did this. And I thanked Beachbody for this, for my financial freedom. And also, just something else I wanted to say about breadcrumbing is if you are posting on your social media and you understand, or you're looking at the trend of who likes your photos and what gets good responses, utilize that. Don't work against it. I know that if I post a picture of me and my boyfriend together, it's going to get a lot of likes. So what do? I post lots of pictures of me and my boyfriend together. And at the end, I drop a little nugget about how Beachbody has allowed me freedom to be with him and do that. So you are relating everything together. That makes sense. Okay. There are a lot of examples. Okay, so this is me and one of my downline coaches working at a Starbucks, having a glass of wine because we can, because we don't have a boss, because we're friends and we get to work together. And all of this stuff is really appealing to people. Everyone wishes that they didn't have to sit at a desk, or that they didn't have to cocktail or babysit, So seeing this is like, it's extremely appealing, I guess, is what I'm trying to say.
Allie, you have wine at your Starbucks?
Yeah, my Starbucks is super snazzy.
It's in New York. My God.
It's the only one that has wine. So this has to do with traveling. I went to Chicago. I was able to stay an extra week on at the drop of a hat, just because I wanted to. And the only reason I could do that was Beachbody. So that's why I wanted to relate that back to Beachbody. And you'll see, we can go to the next one. This is also this is my office. Look at my wonderful office where I get to sit on my bed and just work from home and, go at my own pace and be on my own schedule. But I do want to tell you that, use everything you have to your advantage. This comforter, the reason I got over 160 likes on this picture is because of my comforter. Because people were like, ooh, where'd you get that comforter? And then that gave me a segue into conversation that was more than just about Beachbody. And so now I know that if I ever want to get a picture with a lot of likes again, I'm going to take a picture with my comforter. So just don't discount anything. Filters, picture composition, what you have in your pictures, those are all really important. So don't discount that. That's part of your breadcrumbing, I think. And then this last one is my help wanted post. And I made it extremely actor specific. And I don't have an ad running. This was just on my personal page. But my two rockstar brand new coaches who are on this call came from this post because it was about actors. It was specific to my niche. I gave a list of qualities that I wanted the person to have. I told them I was taking 2 people, and I did. I took 2 people, and they're both on this call. So, but I had a lot of people ask me about it and want to know more, but I knew that was the amount of workload that I could take on where I could really focus on the person. And so, just like Rachel said, saying that it's an exclusive thing, that it's not for everyone, really does create a lot of buzz. And just all of those posts that we just talked about, those are all different areas of my life. I'm using them, travel, my apartment, my job, my boyfriend, my everything. You want to use all aspects of your life to try and cast a wide net and find a lot of people who can relate to you, because that's what this is about. It's a relationship business. You want people to be able to relate to you and trust you.
So it's really hard to follow her, my rock star. And just to preface this, I am not nearly as good as these two are. I am totally working on this. I'm learning so much from them right now. Actually, since Allie's been my coach, I'm like, that is an amazing post. I need to do more of that. So just so you guys know, it doesn't matter what level you're at, you're constantly learning. That's something Fran and I talk about all the time. So yes, that was amazing. So just a couple, and a lot of mine are, like Ali said, it's not necessarily join my team or, Beachbody, Beachbody, Beachbody. It's a lot of lifestyle posts. And that's definitely something that, like she said, Bonnie Engel really focuses on. So this is a picture. Ali was with me, actually. We went on a double date on Long Island. And it's really simple. Today consisted of waking up late, kick-ass workout, doctor appointment, lunch and singing with my mom, and then some more things. It's a screenshot. But and then like out with my cripple for the first time since he's been hurt because my fiance broke his ankle. He's better now. But and so this is on my fitness page. I probably should have put this on my regular page. I don't know if I did. I should have. Because my like page isn't as big, but again, it's just a lifestyle post. Something my day was pretty cool. Okay, next one. This is just a quote. I think this next one. This is a quote. Let me go. 2.5 years ago, I made a decision. I was sick of cocktailing and background work. I had a passion for helping others and helping them see their full potential. It drove me. It gave me purpose. So I finally stepped out of my comfort zone and decided to commit to my business and take the necessary steps to go from being a hobby coach to being on track to make a full-time income from home. That hard work. And you can, again, we'll try to get the full post so we can read the whole thing. But basically at the end, it wasn't an invite. It wasn't a like, comment, or message if you want to learn more about this. It was just believe in yourself. Anything can happen. And like Rachel said, I talked about how 2.5 years ago, I was just starting out. I didn't have this. I was, hustling. Like Ali said, we as actors, we need a million jobs to survive because our craft doesn't always pay us as we'd like. And so that was an example of that with just a quote. This next one is really little and simple, but I got a ton of likes. And I think I got 1 or 2 coaches from this just from forming after they liked it. I think Ali touched on this, but I know her and I do this. Anyone who likes or comments on any single picture, we message and we form and we get to know them because you just never know who's going to be interested in this. So just spent 15 minutes explaining in detail Beachbody's compensation plan to my dad. Suffice it to say he's impressed and is inspired to commit to be my best before and after ever. And this is really true because we had an in-depth discussion because he didn't understand it exactly. And he's like, what? So it was really cool. So I posted about it. Another post is the next one. Similar to what Ali was saying before, I was, and I'm sure a lot of my team knows this, I was in Vegas for 2.5 weeks and I was only supposed to be there for 1 week, but my dad's moving situation got crazy, moved around. And so he begged me to stay for an extra week. And I was like, I can. This isn't about that, I don't believe, but I did have another post about that. So I said my schedule when I'm at dad's this week: 1, workout early; 2, coach calls, till about 2:33, Castle Marathon, and then dinner and drinks. I could get used to this Vegas life. Again, I didn't even mention Beachbody. It's just the lifestyle. This next one, I wish I had this next one, like the full text, but we'll share the whole thing with you guys. I'm not the thinnest. I'm not the fittest. I'm not the most, I can't read this. Hold on. It's just so tiny. I'm not the richest. I'm not a bunch of stuff. I'm not. I'm not perfect. That's pretty much what I'm saying. And I said, but I'm me. Be you, because there are plenty of people out there who love you for you. Don't care what people say about what you're doing. If you know deep down that it's right and it's what makes you happy, unless you're a serial killer, get help for that. And then I just keep going on. But basically at the end I say, I had a lot of, this is a post, I wish I had the whole thing, because I basically said, I had a lot of naysayers and a lot of people who told me I couldn't do this. And 2.5 years later, I am now making a full-time income with this. And that got a really big reaction. I'll share that specific one later with the team because I actually got a good reaction from that one. And then the next one is 5-day coach sneak peek post, again, similar to Ali and Rachel's help wanted posts. I woke up feeling insanely blessed. I do that a lot, like what Rachel does. I had to share, what happened today. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but very busy week for me. I had a few days packed with auditions, babysat my amazing nephews all Friday, and then had a 2-day nonstop birthday celebration. I said busy, not hard. And I still made over $1,000 in my business. It was still able to help my challengers, help my team, and keep people on track with their health and fitness while living the life I've always dreamed of, being able to make my schedule, pursue my passions without a serving job to go to. And most importantly, truly be with my family. Again, all of Ali and my posts are a little similar because we both are actors and we target that. but like you guys could see from both of ours and Rachel's, of course, it's lifestyle. It's just showing what it's done for you besides your health and fitness. That's really where you're going to attract the business builders. And then the next one I think is the same post. So we can skip that. Oh, okay. It's a kind of a similar one, which I probably should change the picture, but it was when I hit my first week that I made 1,000, and I should have done what Rachel did and said the little, this is not guaranteed. And I didn't do that. And you're supposed to do that. So from now on, if you ever mention income, you have to say this is not guaranteed or something specific like that. Ask us, we can get the exact terminology. But yeah, again, we're going to share these slides with you guys so you can see the wording. But that's pretty much it. It's pretty much just being yourself, having a target. And if you're working on your target, if you're brand new and you're still not sure who your niche is or it's changing, that's okay. Really work with your coach and find out what do you like, what would attract you. That's most likely who you're going to want to attract. You're going to want to work with people like you who have similar goals, similar interests. In a few years, my niche might be more like Rachel's because I'll probably have a baby. So, you never know. Your niche is going to change. So that's it.
Awesome job, ladies. The biggest thing is don't be afraid to share the little things, the big things, everything in between, and just know that this business has the opportunity to transform someone's life. So don't hold back from sharing that with other people. You can't hold back. Tommy Migrant, he said this right when, I think I was a brand new coach when he said this. Don't you dare hold someone else's future back in your mouth because you're too afraid to share it with them. And that has always stuck with me. Just know that this business is a blessing, and I consider an obligation to pay it forward. And that's what I always say. It's an obligation that we have to share this with as many people as possible because this will change someone's life. If this falls in the right person's hands, they could just explode and go boom. Okay, so we have homework for you guys. We want you to post 3 to 5 different breadcrumbing posts this week and 1 help wanted post. And also tag your coach and then share it in our team page. So write down your homework. That's for this week before our call next week. Because that's pretty much how much breadcrumbing we do. It's usually like 3 to 5 posts every week. So almost every day we're trying to fit in somehow how Beachbody's changed your life in an indirect way. Not like a join my team kind of way, more like a breadcrumbing kind of way. Okay. I know that was a lot.
And can I just throw something in really quick?
Yeah.
When you guys, like what Rachel was saying in the beginning, if you're in the beginning of this, don't think you can't start breadcrumbing, even if you've just started out. Like she said, I remember my first breadcrumbing post. I didn't even know what I was doing. I was just so excited. I got to pay for my gas in LA. I was living in LA. That's a big deal. So, the little things, like write that down and ask your coach, how could I make this into a good breadcrumbing post? That's what we're here for. We want to help you craft those posts, no matter how little you think it is. Try to think outside of the fitness stuff is amazing, of course, but try to think outside of that as well. So just don't think anything is too small.
Heck yes.
Fran. It's very expensive.
That's cool. Okay, do you guys have any questions?
I have a question.
Yeah. What's up?
Hi, Eric.
Hi, guys. So I love this. Is great information. Thank you guys so much for putting this together. It's really good information. As far as a guy's perspective, I'm just curious how you might suggest a guy approaches this. The breadcrumbing, that's very general. That's perfect. You can do that. There's nothing wrong with that. And I think that's really good for guys. But is there a good way to kind of approach the business as a guy? Obviously, guys aren't guys, but I'm trying to understand if there's maybe a good approach that us guys can take to this. I think it's just if I post a picture of a comforter, I'm just going to get looks like, what? So like Allie gets great, she got some great replies with that. So, I'm just, maybe some ideas for guys to breadcrumb with. Should I throw out some tidbits about the NFL, fantasy football, things like that? What do you think?
Yes. Do things that you relate to, and then relate them back. But also, like, my posts are really based on body angle. So go look up the top Beachbody coaches who are males and see what they're doing and what's working for them. And I'm sure yours will be different from that, but like learn from those people, because it could just be like one thing that you need to see that will send out a light bulb that will change the way that you use your social media, because that's exactly what happened. I mean, football, anything that you like, you can relate that back because you're able to do it.
Right.
You know, there are plenty of ways to do that. Sorry, I just
wanted to chime in on this one as another guy, I guess. Like one of the ones I was actually planning on doing this week is this weekend I flew home to visit my family and went to a Georgia football game. And that Beachbody paid like for all of this, basically.
Good.
So I'm actually gonna do a post tomorrow about that.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
I
And follow, I know that Jacob, you like oh my gosh, what is his name? New York actor. Or thank you, Jimmy. Jimmy Nelson. Really great with that. Miguel Carrasco, Scotty Hobbs, definitely follow them. They're really great. But what I recommend, and then Rachel chime in, I recommend writing down every single thing, no matter how little it is, that Beachbody has done for you so far, just on a list. And then from there, try to create a post, and don't think about like what, yes, think about what everyone would like, but think about what your target market would like. Like Rachel and Allie said, don't try to blanket every single person out there. Cause I used to do that in the beginning and it was like crickets. So, definitely, just try to target it as much as you can.
I have a question.
Wait, I just want to say one last thing about that really quick. Also, like, you'll see that if you have a post that you want to do, you don't need a picture that corresponds exactly with that. So if you just have a picture of you that's like good, and then you put a post next to it, that's okay too. So if you're going to do a post about football, but you don't have a picture of you watching football, that's fine. I just want to make sure that that's been said. Anyways, Adam, go ahead.
I have a question about how you kind of adjust how you follow up with people depending on the post. Because I know, Amy, you talked specifically about how the one post got a lot of likes because of your comforter. And it's like, how do you take the people who are interested because of the comforter and then relay that into talking about Beachbody?
Well, nobody actually messaged me about the comforter, but I individually messaged each person who liked that photo saying, I don't know if you were just supporting, but I saw you like that picture of me working from home. Haha.
Uh-huh.
Or like something that's not
always an LOL or a haha.
Always an LOL or a smiley face. And then just saying like, are you interested in learning about coaching or learning about the opportunity? A lot of people came back like, I liked that photo because you're a comforter. Where'd you get it? But from that like mass invite to learning about coaching, I got a few coaches from that. So you never know who in that post. And like if I post a picture of vegetables and it doesn't say anything about Beachbody, I still say, saw you like that picture of my spinach from the other day. Supporting LOL. But I'm actually running a fitness challenge. You want some details to read over and see if it might be a good fit for you?
Gotcha. So it's like a parallel to that.
Yeah. Literally people are, at least for me, very responsive to that. Being like, haha, no, I just thought that was a cool picture of spinach. Or, oh yeah, actually, I saw that you've been doing that. Send me over those details.
Gotcha.
So if that makes sense.
All right, one follow-up with that. So if they say the first sentence, they're like, oh, I just liked your comforter, I'm just being supportive, whatever. And then you do another breadcrumb and they like it again, do you still message them again?
Yeah. I'm completely unafraid, though.
Okay.
I mean, I have no fear.
That's part of my thing is I'm like hesitant to like be like too naggy with people.
Honestly, if you don't, whatever you're giving out is what you will receive back. So if you're like, I don't know if I should message this person's going to be like, why are you messaging me? But if you're just saying like, oh, I was just messaging you, like, thought you might want some information. Lots of people do. People are not going to be mad about that. And if they are, then they're probably mad about something else, and it's not you. Okay? Just in general.
No, that was like perfectly put. Exactly. I do the same thing. I've remessaged the same person. It might not be like, say if Allie did a post today and then on Thursday, you know, maybe a little close, but if it's a week or two apart, I've done that too. And you're planting seeds, you know, people don't always sign up that second. But I mean, you guys know this, like I tell my team all the time, every month I have people who sign up that said no multiple times before, every month. So you're just planting seeds, you know, and being present consistently, being super consistent is so key. My coach Coco joined in January after 2 years of following me. And she said I was the only person who kept doing what I was doing. Everyone else who joined a network marketing company did it for like a second and ran away. And she's like, I want to join your team because you're actually doing it and making a living now. So, you know, just be consistent about it. And like Allie said, have that like attitude that you're inviting them to an amazing opportunity. So don't feel like, you know, don't be scared about that. That's like Rachel said with Tommy Migrant, you're denying someone this awesome opportunity if you don't reach out, you know? So yeah, I agree.
Any other questions, you guys? Raise your hand if this was helpful.
Andrea's son. It's great. Andrea, your hair looks so good. Sorry.
Also, I just want to say one last thing about the Help Wanted posts that we put on the homework. If you're a brand new coach, there's still a way to make that work for you. I was like very hesitant to do it. I only did it like a couple weeks ago after being in this business for 10 months. And like, I'm making a full-time income and now I felt comfortable, but I wish that I had done it before. So if you're like, how do I make my Help Wanted post? Just talk to your upline and we'll figure out a way to make it feel good for you and relatable to who you're looking for. Okay.
Yeah, that's a good point. Anyone else?
When and where
Rachel,
the
you
recording be posted? I will upload it to my YouTube account, and I also post our team Zooms onto our team training site, eliteedgetraining.com. You can see past team Zooms there as well. So yeah, make sure you share this. Yeah, make sure you share this with your teams, with your coaches as soon as the recording's up. I'll try and get it up tonight. We'll see. Depends on TJ and his bed. Yay!
Thanks,
Yay.
Cool. Well, thank you guys for getting on. It was awesome seeing everybody. And we'll see you next week. Bye, everybody.
Bye. Bye, guys.